Creating an archetype for my homemade TCG, the Mad Chaos TCG, has been one of the best impactful journeys so far for me as a TCG creator. This has not only helped me better my art style when it comes to creating cards for the Mad Chaos TCG, but this has also helped me improve in deep thinking and balancing of an archetype for a homemade TCG. Hi, my name is Deckout, and in this video, I'm going to be taking you through the process and limitations I encountered while creating the Scrapyard archetype for the Mad Chaos TCG. With all this said, welcome to the Mad Chaos Universe Scrapyard Chronicles. At the early stage of creating the Scrapyard archetype, I was more focused on how I wanted these creatures to look like. So I spent so much time on my sketchbook figuring out how and what vibe I wanted these creatures to give. And although not all these creatures made it to the final project, each of these creatures was a stepping stone to the final project. My initial idea was to have basic looking creatures, but each creature I made did not really suit the aesthetics of the TCG. So I decided to go full into creating battle bots for the Scrapyard archetype. Creating battle bots for the Scrapyard archetype was an amazing idea. Each battle bot I created inspired the rule or final rule of the Scrapyard archetype. At the end of the first phase of the Scrapyard archetype, which was figuring out a specific art style for the archetype, I already had an idea of what I wanted the rule of the archetype to be. This rule was to have a collection of cards that work together in order to perform a specific action in battle. So the idea I had was to have cards grouped into different sections where we have cards that were for support and cards that were for offense. The first classification was to group common cards into two types, where we have a 2-type common scrapyard card and a gear type common scrapyard card. And these cards perform different duties in the scrapyard archetype. For the initial rule of the game, we were to have specific attacking cards, and those cards were melee cards with upper rank, which are uncommon or rare cards. And what player needed to do was to summon 3 cards at the same time, where they have to summon an uncommon scrapyard card and 2 common scrapyard cards. The uncommon card was to be the main card in battle, while the common cards were to serve as the first card for the uncommon card. So this was the collection I came up with, where the uncommon 2-type have to restore the battle's card defense every time it goes to battle or survives the battle, while the gear type has to boost its offense in attacking an opponent. Although this rule was interesting and added a unique vibe to the game, it had few limitations that could be of a big disadvantage to the user. Some major limitations encountered was it was too difficult to play, since having to summon 3 creatures at the same time cost 4 AP or sometimes 5 AP when summoning a rare card. And another limitation was there was no individuality. That means you couldn't summon each or any of these cards all by themselves in your battlefield. So although this might have been a good rule for the archetype, the limitations were something that I was not ready to explore. And that led to me creating a new rule for the Scrapyard archetype. So guys, that is it for today's video. I'm going to create an episode 2 of the Scrapyard Chronicles, where I talk about what I later, or the rule I later came up with for the TCG. What do you guys think about this Scrapyard archetype? What do you think so far? I have a lot of cards to show you. I've not really had time to color any of these cards, but I'm going to make this video before I color these cards. So maybe towards the ending of the Scrapyard archetype, you guys are going to see colored cards. But what do you think about this initial stage right now for the Scrapyard archetype? Thank you guys for watching the video. See you guys in the next one.